So here's the vibrational reality. You like that term? Do you get it? Conceptually, it makes sense to you? It's so vivid. It's so real. We want so much for you to see it, but you know, if you're not in the vicinity of it, you can't see it. You can't even feel it or hear it from us. This must just look weird. A vibrational reality, blah, 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 blah. If you are in despair, if you are in disappointment, if you are in fear, we know you can't hear it, you can't see it, you can't sense it. You're not getting any clues. You're not feeling optimistic. You're not getting any feeling of inspiration. You don't even want to get out of bed. You don't even want to think about it. When you get mad, you're closer, but you still can't find it. In frustration and overwhelmment, oh, you get an occasional clue, but you dig in and focus upon what's bothering you. So it's not very consistently good. If you can get hopeful, when you get into a consistently hopeful attitude about something that you want, now you're within range. And now, occasionally, you'll slip in. You'll slip in and you'll see a piece of it. And the more you see from your hopeful place, then the more you believe. And when you're believing, you're in the vortex. When you're believing, when you're knowing, you are the vortex. When you know it, nothing less than what you want can be. When you know it, you walk, you speak, it happens. You walk, you speak, it happens. People say, how does this happen to you? And you say, because I know my well-being. I know my worthiness. I know with clarity what I want. Life has helped me see it. And I know that I'm worthy. I know my worthiness. I know. But meanwhile, hang around there, out there and hope. That's fine. Hope's good enough. If you can get to hope on the things that you care about, hope will bring you in enough that you'll start seeing evidence, and then you'll start believing. And once you start believing, then you're in the vortex. Then there's no separation between you and you. Then the manifestation must show itself to you. But friends, there's one thing that we really want you to understand. We're not trying to get you to to allow yourself into your vortex because we want you to have all that stuff that's in the vortex. While we do, we want you to have everything that you've been asking for. We want you to train yourself little by little into the allowing place, because the feeling of movement toward the vortex is the sublime feeling of life working for you. We want you, even before you're in the vortex where the manifestation shows itself to you, we want you to enjoy the ride on the way to the vortex. Now think about it. As Jerry and Esther are traveling from Phoenix to San Diego, most of the way they're not in San Diego. Let's call San Diego the vortex. Jerry calls it the Garden of Eden. Let's call it the vortex. Let's call it the vortex. Except for that one bad refrigerator, everything's perfect. So here is this vortex, and they're on their way across the desert. But they're going to travel 400 miles before they arrive where they want to be. What we want you to understand is moving toward the vortex is the blissful aspect of life, you see. As you move from an attitude of hoping and trusting, hoping and knowing, hoping and trusting, wanting, hoping, trusting, this vortex that will eternally call you will give you the most delicious, breathtaking, vivid, tactile, visceral, delicious experience of life imaginable. And sure, you'll get in there and you'll revel in the manifestations. You will. It's so great to see something manifest that you've been wanting. But when it does, you'll say, yippee, for a minute. Because the process of life is going to always keep another vibrational reality out there before you. You are eternal creators of a new vibrational reality. And the living of life is the movement toward that vibrational reality. That's the eternal nature of your being. And if you get hung up for very long in an awareness that you're not getting something that you want, and then you turn that into the artful habit of beating the resistant drum, then life stops being fun. And you start wondering, what is it all about?